Hi, everybody. Good Monday morning. I hope you had a good weekend. Um, I had a pretty good and relaxing weekend, a lazy weekend. And I'm kind of having a hard time getting started on this Monday morning. I think my laziness has rolled over to Monday. Um, and really, I haven't done much this morning at all, but I've got to get up and get with it. But I thought I would try to get this video done, and then I'm going to see if I can get myself in gear. I thought I'd just talk about a little bit of what I've done over the weekend. Um, and I know I just said, and I'm trying to get out of that habit. I actually had a comment. Somebody left me a little bit of a comment on me saying, and they didn't like it too good. And I apologize for saying a lot. And I really didn't realize that I said and until I started doing videos, because I'm not much of a talker. I'm more of a writer. And I'm saying it again, and you'll just have to overlook me. And I'm trying to break myself of the habit, and I don't know how. I've actually looked up online how to break myself of saying that, and everything that I've looked up, it just doesn't apply to me, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it. And all I can do is just apologize for saying, like I said, I didn't realize that I said because in my everyday life and talking, I don't really say because I'm not like a big talker, and doing videos is just kind of a new experience to me because I am a writer. I write. And when I talk in everyday life, I don't talk a whole lot enough to say So this is just kind of a new experience to do videos. And so like I said, I did get a comment. Somebody didn't like me saying and it really wasn't a nice comment, but if I'm going to do videos, I'm just going to have to get used to maybe some comments like that. And all I did was just say thank you for your input, and I went on. So that's just going to be life. And I do, I accept criticism, and I know it is irritating to hear somebody say all the time. So like I said, I do apologize if you have to hear me say all the time. But I'm not a big talker. I'm just learning all this. So I am going to try to break myself from the habit, but I can't promise you that I will. And if you stick with me and hear me say all the time, all I can do is say I appreciate it. Okay, I'm just going to get on with it because there's just nothing I can do about it. So what I'm going to do is just talk about my weekend. And Saturday, I'm trying to think what I did Saturday. I think I didn't do very much Saturday. I just kind of lazed around and just had a nice day. Sunday, which was yesterday, my husband, he wanted to take a ride down in the country, what he calls the country. Like I said, we live in the country, but what he calls the country is another county over from us, and it is beautiful country. It's farming land, and that's where I grew up. And I love it. We have a lot of beautiful country down there. It's farming land. So he wanted to go down to the Walmart there and look at some stuff that they have down there that he couldn't find at our Walmart that's closer to us. So when we went down there, we met my nephew down there who lives down that way. I haven't seen him in quite a while, and it was nice to see him. And then when I was standing in line, there was a lady in front of me, and she was talking to a younger man, and then she looked back at me and smiled, and she said, "That was my nephew." And then she looked at me, she said, "You look familiar to me." And I looked at her, I said, "You look familiar to me too." And she said, "Are you Debbie?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Are you Sissy?" Which her name is actually Helen, but she was actually a neighbor of mine when we were very young, and we grew up next to each other for years. And so we reconnected after over 40 some years, maybe. I don't know. I know it's been at least 40 years. And how she recognized me from all those years, I have no idea, because I have changed quite a bit. And So we reconnected in the cashier line or the checkout line, and we hugged each other and just talked as long as we could in the line. So that was so nice to see her. Like I said, we were neighbors and we grew up with each other. She spent the night with me. Her family was just like family to us. And her mother, what was so funny is my mother's name was Helen. Her mother's name was Helen. And her mother, my mother was best friends, and she and I were pretty much best friends. We went to school together, and it was just so nice to reconnect with her. And so when I got back in the vehicle and I told my husband, well, I introduced my husband to her, and when we were in there, and I told my husband, I said, only at Walmart do you meet, your family and your friends and everything. And here, it's just such a, I don't know about you all, but it's just such a joke that in Walmart, it's where you meet your family and your friends, and you go to Walmart, and that's where you meet your family and friends. And so, of course, I had to come home later that night and got to think about it, and I had to write a poem about it. You all know me with poems and everything, so I had to write a poem about it, and I'm going to share it with you. But do you all know that commercial that used to be out years ago about apps? And I think the tagline of that commercial was, "There's an app for that." Well, that's my new tagline for me. There's a poem for that. So I have to write a poem about everything. So for me, there's a poem for that. And I'll share that poem with you. And before I talk about my other stuff. But yeah, let me go ahead and share that poem with you. So I did have to write a poem about meeting family and friends in the Walmart. And the poem I wrote, it's funny. It's just a quirky, funny poem. It's like a Southern poem about meeting your family and friends in the Walmart. And it's called the Walmart Reunion. So I'm just going to read off my computer where I got it out my files. It's called the Walmart Reunion. No need for invites or family affair. Just show up at Walmart and everyone's there. Cousin Tilly's in line for the 20-cent pins while somebody's mama's debating between chicken or hens. Uncle Ray's parked at automotive displays, spouting advice in his usual way. Oil changes or gossip. I got time for both. And Aunt Trish's by candles, taking an oath. She swears she'll stop buying those scented delights. But we all know she'll grab 6 more tonight. My best friend's kids throwing fits near the cheese. And Papa's asleep by the gardening trees. So if you're feeling lonely or just need a chat, don't wait on a text or a welcome mat. Just head to the place with rollbacks and hearts, where reunions are held by the shopping carts. So I just had to share that crazy poem that I wrote about the Walmart reunion, because like I said, around here, we have Walmart reunions. So I could met my nephew and my old best friend. So that was so fun. So yeah. So talk about today. Like I said, Monday, I am just having a hard time getting started today, but I have so much to do. And also what I did late yesterday evening after I got settled down and everything, I did work on those hair clips and combs that I was telling y'all about. I just did a few because by the time I searched through some boxes for my glue sticks and found my glue, whatever you call it, the glue thing. What is that called? I drew a blank. The glue thing? Glue gun. Yeah, the glue gun. By the time I found my glue gun and just some accessories to get together, it was getting late. So I worked on the things. And I actually got one in my hair. Let me get it. So see that one? I got this one. I wore a cream colored blouse today, so I thought, okay, I will put this one in my hair today. So this is actually paper flowers. This is one of the paper flowers in a box I got from Michael's that I showed you in that one video. So that box was paper flowers, and so I tried to look through some just some accessories and stuff I could put together with those clips. So this is actually a clip that I got from Michael's, and I found some little lavender flowers and things that I could just put with it. So I made this one, and then let me pause this. Okay, guys, I had to pause that because you know who came in the door. He was supposed to be outside working in the garage for a while, but he had to make an appearance. He had to come in here for something, and after he came in to get whatever he needed, he decided that he was going to eat a snack, and he was in here for the longest time. So I was chomping at the bits waiting for him to eat so I could finish my video. And then after he ate, he came over and he kissed me on the cheek, and he had the nerve to say, "Now you can go back to doing whatever you were doing." And he had this little gleam in his eye, so he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew exactly that he came in here and interrupted my video. So he knows what he's doing, and I know what he's doing. So yeah, that varmint, he came in here and interrupted me and stayed and ate and knew that he knew that I was trying to do a video and knew I wanted to get back to it, but he took his sweet time. And yeah, so I'm going to get him for that. You believe me, I'm going to get him for that. So anyway, I'm going to get back to what I was doing. I was showing you, or trying to show you, my hair clips and combs that I made. So I showed you this one, and so this is a comb I made, because y'all know I love pink. So I made a comb. So this is one of the paper flowers that I got at Michael's, and so I just put some little, other little flowers that I have here with it to make a comb. So I'm looking forward to wearing this one. And I made a clip. Now this one is a clip that I will just clip in my hair. So this one is like a pale yellow carnation. And then I had some almost beige sunflowers. See the sunflowers? Some sunflowers. So I put the sunflowers with the carnation, and then I added some lavender, and then some little greenery with it. So I hope you can see that pretty good. And I really like this one. It just looks almost like antique-like or whatever, so I'll wear that when I wear, that would actually look good with the cream color too. And I have yellow, so I'm going to wear that with that. So like I said, this one just clips on. So I have so I'm going to wear clips and combs. So I have that one, and then the pink one, and I have to bend down here for you to see that one. This one in my hair. So I'm going to make just different kinds. So I need to find like different styles of flowers and more accessories. And I'm going to make some more. And then, like I said, I have that whole big box of that clunky jewelry that's got different beads and big beads. And I don't know what all's in that box. I still need to go through it. And I'll add some of those to some of these clips. And I just need to go through it and look at it more and just figure out. So yeah, I'm going to, design my own hair clips and stuff. So I just wanted to show that to you today to let you know I am working on that. And I'm kind of pleased at how these turned out. So yeah, I'm going to wear these with my big wild buns. So yeah, so I need to get on with my day, and I'm doing some organizing and decluttering. It's going to take me probably all summer and probably into the fall to do it because I got all these rooms to go through one by one and box up stuff and figure out what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to throw away. And the reason I'm trying to do all this is because I'm going to have surgery probably late fall. I really don't know when, because I have to go to my surgeon in November, and they're going to schedule my surgery. I have it's called a Medtronic neurostimulator that's in my back that controls my intestines, and I have to have a whole new system. And when I have that done, I'm going to be very limited into what I can do for quite a while. I can't really bend a lot. I can't do a lot of stuff to it seats in, and the leads in my spine has to be in there for a while before I can do a whole lot. So what I'm really wanting to do is go through this house and do a lot of organization and just do a whole lot of stuff, so that when I have this surgery, I can just take some downtime for the rest, maybe the rest of the winter and everything. So that's what I'm doing now, is just going through this house and doing some organization, trying to just get some stuff done. But it's been done for a while anyway, and so yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Just take my time and doing it now. But I just want to pop in today and wish you a good Monday, and hope you're having a great day and a blessed day. And as always, God loves you, and so do I. And I hope you're having a good day. Let me know what you're doing. So, bye-bye.